What are the pockets of downtime in your day? Great question, right? Well, I don't know. It's kind of a strange question. Strange way to start anyways, but think about it. Time is precious. You've heard me talk about it before maybe, but the older I get, and I'm not that old, but the older I get, the more I value time. I realize time is valuable. In fact, I'm getting to where if I'm around people that I feel like are wasting my time, I get bothered, I get annoyed. And I think that's a good thing because I think it means, if you're feeling that way, it means you're valuing your time. I don't want to spend my time sitting around gossiping or talking about people that in a way that doesn't really matter, doesn't bring value to anybody's life. I'm all about having fun and just visiting with people, building relationships, enjoying life, but I'm kind of picky about the topics I don't like just talking about people just without much of a purpose. Gossip, I guess we should call it. But anyways, so if you're like me and you feel like your day is full, well, everybody's day is full. This is the thing that's interesting about time. Everybody has the same 24 hours a day. We all know that. From the most successful entrepreneurs, Richard Branson, whoever you consider, Elon Musk, they have 24 hours a day. You have 24 hours a day. That's equal playing field. Okay? That's one thing you have in common with every single successful person out there. You have the same amount of time as they do. Now, they may have more experience or they may have more expertise. They may have a team of people and they may have $5 billion at their disposal. Okay. But you have as much time as they do and they have as much time as you do. And time happens to be the most valuable commodity in existence. It'll never be there, and we'll never invent anything even more valuable. Money is not more valuable, and there's no object, no thing, no resource that is more valuable than time. So, that said, time is a huge differentiator between the successful and the not successful. What Richard Branson does with his time is very different than what you or I might do with our time. So how we spend our time or invest our time, very different words, pay attention to what I just said there. How we invest or spend our time is what makes an enormous difference. So with that in mind, you think to yourself, if you're like me, well, gosh, I've got 5 kids. You might not think that, but I do. I've got 5 kids. I don't know how many kids you have. Maybe you're young and starting out. Maybe you've got school full-time. Well, I have a job full-time. We all have things that we do with our time. Our days are full. Nobody sits around going, I got nothing to do today. If you do, well, consider yourself lucky and fill it with good stuff. Figure out how to fill it. But I have a full-time job. I have 5 kids at home. I've got a bunch of side hustles that I'm working on. My life is full. I also volunteer at my church in the community. My life is full. I have to be extra cautious with my time. So I ask you, if you're feeling like that, where are the pockets of your day? If you took inventory of every single minute of your day, how many of those minutes could actually be used doing something productive? For example, well, you have downtime when you're standing in line at the grocery store, when you're gassing up. You have downtime when you're commuting like I'm doing right now. You have downtime when you're using the bathroom. Okay, I'm not going to touch that one, but it's downtime, right? You have downtime when you're at a traffic stoplight. I mean, all the way down to the nitty-gritty. Where is the downtime and how much of it at the end of the day? I think we would be shocked if someone followed us around with a timer, turned it on and off every minute there was a downtime. At the end of the day, what number would that be? How many minutes of our time are spent truly being productive? And how many minutes are downtime? How many minutes could have room for improvement? Wow, let's do an audit. I challenge you to do a time audit of your life. Find some pockets, make good use of them, implement some new strategies, some new routines, some new habits to fill those pockets of downtime. Not adding more to your plate. I'm not saying take on a whole other thing in your life, because I know you don't have time. Nobody does. But if you make better use of the time you have, I think you'll be amazed at the results.